everyone, my name is Ileana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about She Didn't See It Coming by Shari Lapena, although I kind of saw it coming. So I picked this book up because I had just finished reading What Have You Done by the same author, and I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed how she writes. It was very captivating. I was kept on my toes until the very end, because that is something Shari is well known for. She likes to leave you on your toes until quite literally one of the last pages, and then you find out who had done it. So I went to pick up this book. I was gonna originally get it from the Okanagan Library until I saw that there was 63 holds, and I thought I'm either gonna have to wait half a year to a year to read the book, or I'll just go buy it. And luckily for me, my partner's mom is really supportive of my reading, so we actually went together and she purchased this book for me. So let's do a little bit of a review. In comparison, I would honestly recommend What Have You Done 10 times over She Didn't See It Coming. I found She Didn't See It Coming to be quite predictable. It was a little bit slow. It wasn't as captivating. I thought the plot wasn't the best. Whereas in What Have You Done, you had 3 or 4 different avenues which she was leading up to. It was either this person, or this person. So you're kind of going back and forth in your mind thinking, okay, it's definitely this person. You go on another chapter or two, okay, maybe it's this person. So this book I couldn't put down. I wanted to know who did it, and it was so well written. I know not a lot of people love this book in comparison to some of her originals, and to that I can't comment. I haven't read her originals just yet, but I did find a used bookstore in Kelowna called Ted's Used Bookstore and Comics, I believe, and found 3 or 4 of her books. So stay tuned and I'll do some updates on those. But back to She Didn't See It Coming. What would I rate this book? Honestly, maybe a 3. It wasn't my favorite by all means. It wasn't written poorly. I just thought that there was way too much fluff in the middle, and something about Shari's that I don't love is kind of the fact that she waits until one of the last pages to find out who did it. And I only have that opinion because I think there's a lot of opportunity to take out some of that fluff from the middle, add it at the end. So give me maybe a little bit more of a satisfying ending. Tell me how the family reacts. Tell me how this relationship is going to be different now that we know who actually did it. So that's just some of my thoughts on that book. The whole premise is a mother who had been taken out of her condo, and she's a mother to 1 daughter, she is a wife, she is a sister. So you kind of go through the list of people who it could be that had taken her. It could be the husband, it could be a friend, it could be the sister, it could be the parents, it could be quite literally anyone. And I do think that there are some good plots in this book where I had to really think. I just thought it was too far and few in between. Honestly, the only reason why I finished it so quickly was because I'm a bit stubborn and I just wanted to know who actually did it. But I found that it is very predictable. Like early on, I would say, the first couple chapters in, I always like to give Billy my rundown of the book so far. And I said, okay, I think it's either this person, this person, this person. I ended up being right, which isn't the best because quite a few books that I've read lately has kept me on my toes, especially her first book, which I would say I started catching on to who actually was the one who did it maybe midway through, but I still was pretty caught off guard at the end. So would I recommend the book? I don't know. It was $26.95. I got it from Mosaic Bookstore in Kelowna. I would say if you could get the book from your local library, by all means read it. If you're a big fan of hers, read it and let me know your thoughts, because I would be really interested to know all the people online that said this wasn't one of her best books. If I like this book and I don't love this book, I wonder what they're gonna feel about this book. So if you've read it, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't and you do eventually, let me know if I was right on or if you think that I was far off. I'd also be interested to know of any other authors or book series that I can get on. that actually did make me think of something. So one of the reasons why I didn't love this book either was, like I said, there was a lot of plots that led to nowhere. And I don't appreciate reading something if it actually doesn't have anything to tie into the story. And the last couple pages almost made it seem like this was leading up to be a sequel of a book. As far as I know, I don't believe Shari writes books to be led up to a sequel. So unless if this is something new that she's trying out, if there was a sequel, I would be quite interested. If there isn't, then I would feel quite unresolved because there was quite a few plots in the story that could lead up to a good second book. But if they don't, then I don't know. It was just more fluff. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. If you liked the book, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know your thoughts. If you have any recommendations, just let me know down in the comments. But thanks for watching again. Talk to you later. Bye.